Hello Scorpio, welcome to Sienna Sunshine Tarot, or welcome back to Sienna Sunshine Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a love reading for your sign, and it's going to be a little different than like the ones that I used to before, just in the layout of it, but yes, that's how it's going to go. Alright, so the first card I'm going to see is the how the person that you're thinking of, your interest, whatever, your person, feels about this situation with you. So I feel like things are pretty stable with you. They feel like they either have put a lot of work into this situation, or they are willing to put a lot of work into the situation. They want to put a lot of work into this situation. This also could be someone that you work with, or an earth sign, and they feel pretty successful within this situation, I would say, which is great. That's a great card for you, Scorpio. They feel like this situation has been successful. So how do you feel about the situation, which you're probably... Okay, so you could feel... So you guys feel very differently about this situation. I think you could feel like you feel like you're making progress. What I see is you feel... Okay, so I sense that this is someone that you've known or talked to for a while, or have been with for a while, or something of the sort, but you feel that this situation was making progress, but it didn't go the direction that you wanted it to. So in some sense, like maybe you both saw that this, that you put work into this situation, like the situation was progressing, from wherever it was when you first met, or however the situation was when you first started hanging out, things changed, and this person feels like they changed for the better, but you might feel like they didn't change for the better. Or you might feel like the communication used to be more stable, more balanced, and now you feel like the communication kind of went downhill. So, or you could feel that way. And maybe I'm just getting this for some people, like you might see that you might still want this person, obviously, you still think about this person, but you might feel like maybe you just want to head in a different direction in your life in general, and you feel like this person might be kind of holding you back from that in some way. And you could be in a little bit of, I feel like you could be in a place where you're trying to bring yourself out of darkness and out of a dark place, and somehow this person relates to that in the sense of maybe they remind you of a dark time that you've had or something like that, and so you might be wanting to kind of move away from this situation, or move this situation, this connection, in a different direction. Okay, so now for the overall energies of this connection for Scorpio. So there could have been some kind of decision that was made, and you could be dealing with a fire sign also. There could have been some kind of decision that was made within this situation, and it does look like, or either that, or there is a decision that needs to be made within this situation, and there could be some kind of truth coming to light, to either you or this person. Like maybe you'll reveal something to them, they'll reveal something to you, and that changes things. This situation could have recently, I don't know if I already said this, I don't think I did, but the situation could have recently reached like a sense of completion. That's what I'm saying, but also like if you put this, okay, so that's for some people where it's like there was something that kind of came to light and maybe that drew this to a close, or if there was not an equal give and take in this situation, it could have ended. Either that, or with this whole progression of like things going in some direction, both of you feel that this situation is going some type of way. It looks like this person thinks it's going well, but like you're not too sure, and it could be something that you're personally going through, but it looks like yeah, so it could come to a close because of something that comes to light in this situation, some truth that is revealed, or things could start going or are going now in the direction that you want them to, and like any darkness that was happening in the situation in your individual life is you're rising above that, and you're maybe using better judgment and discretion in the situation. So this is how the person feels about you. Oh wait, no. This is the blockages. Should I keep this card? I think I'm going to keep this card because, yeah. So this is the blockages within the situation, like what some kind of obstacles that could be getting in between you and your person, or persons, people. So it looks like looks like there's some kind of fear here, like on either of your ends. What I'm seeing is that one of you guys fear that you aren't growing together. One of you guys feel like you're keeping each other kind of stagnant, or you guys are keeping each other, like whatever growth there was in this situation, someone feels like there's no more to grow within this, or someone could feel that, you could fear that, or this person could be fearing that, like maybe fearing outgrowing each other. For some reason I'm just getting that. Also, someone could be having weird dreams within the situation. So if you're having weird dreams that, like, maybe you had some scary dream about your person, even though you love them, you still have like a scary dream about them. That could be a problem within the situation, within this love connection here. So any weird dreams that you have. Also, this is just a message in general. You could be getting some kind of warning signs through your dreams as well. So like if things seem to be going well on the surface and you have some kind of dream that involves your person in like a negative dream type of way, it could just be sure to pay attention to that and what your dream could actually mean and what your dream is saying to you about this situation, about this person, or if they have some kind of weird dream, just analyze your dream probably would be a good idea. Alright, so the communication in this connection. Yeah, okay, so I feel like this person, again, like feels like, oh, things are how they should be, like we worked on this together and I put work into this situation, so it's good, but it looks like the communication could be kind of immature at the moment. Someone could be, or you guys, this is something that I'm getting, you guys could be kind of disagreeing on the future. If you guys are serious with each other, you're disagreeing on where you want this to go, or you have conflicting ideas about how this about how this situation should change or move forward in the future. So you could also, the communication could just be not how it was before in this situation. So it could have always been at this, in a kind of immature place where you aren't like, I don't know, community, like you guys aren't being honest with each other. It could have always been like that, or all of a sudden it's like that. There's a lot of moons in this reading, so it seems like specifically this moon here, but so it seems like there, what I'm getting is like something is hidden about this, and this is what could be coming out now. Like someone's hiding something in this situation, and that could be why the communication between you guys is staying at this like immature place, and you aren't, I'm repeating myself at this point, but like you just aren't having mature conversations and being honest with each other. Or all of a sudden that started. Or someone in this situation was like, oh, I don't really see myself. This is for some people, not everyone, but someone could have been like, oh, I don't really want to get married, or I don't see myself marrying you. So that could be a problem. Also, one other thing about this card with the communication with the Empress in reverse is that someone could not be standing in their power within the situation. So like someone could be feeling like they're getting taken advantage of. Someone could be feeling like things aren't equal between you guys, and you could have had a conversation about that. So now I'm going to pull a card for if you aren't in communication with this person, if you guys aren't talking, and what's up with that. Sorry. Okay, so it could be that it could be that it looks like at some point you guys there was a lot to say to each other, and either there was a lot to say that didn't get said, or you guys had a conversation but it wasn't well received. So maybe you tried to express yourself to this person how you feel, or you tried to have some form of like genuine conversation with this person about feelings or how you want things to go, and it wasn't well received. It didn't the conversation just didn't go as planned, if that makes sense. So then after that, the other person or you, if they tried to express themselves to you, it just kind of like, I don't know what to do now, and just left things kind of where they were. It also could be that you guys aren't communicating because both of you, I feel like this is like, if this is the case for you, both of you kind of are confused about like, you don't really know how the other person feels, you don't really know what this person, you're confused about this situation, and it's kind of dark. Like you feel like okay. You feel like the communication isn't right, and so, or it wasn't right, so you're just like, well, I don't really know how you feel, I don't know how this is going, or they were like that, and someone was just confused, or like someone could have thought like this situation was too much for them, the communication was too much for them, so they're just like, I'm gonna back off here, like I don't know what's going on. Someone was just confused, or both of you guys were confused and didn't know what was up. Either that, or yeah, like I said, you had this conversation that was just kind of like, that didn't come out how I wanted it to, or like you didn't understand what I was saying the way I wanted you to, and now things are all confusing. So that could both of those scenarios could be one scenario. Okay, so how this person views you. This person, okay, so this is cute. So, well, okay, so it could either be cute or it could be something that's kind of rude. So this person sees you as their world, perhaps. Like they see that you have a lot going on. They think that there's a lot to you as a person. They see you as someone who's very multidimensional, and there's just a lot to you. You have a lot of depth to this person, and either that, or they could see you as, you guys could be far away from each other. There could be some physical distance between you guys. And now for the rude one, this person could feel like they're interested in you, but they want to see what else is out there. So you kind of remind them, I feel bad when I say rude stuff like this, but it could be that you like remind them of what could be out there, even though they like love and appreciate you. Probably they're just kind of like, oh, like it's such a big world. Either that, so it's either that rude one, but I think most likely like they see you as someone where it's like, or it could be like they're like, oh wow, such a big world, and like I met you, I would talk to you, and you're so cool, and so they think that they're happy that they met you. Yeah, either that, or you could be traveling a lot lately, you could be far away from this person, and when they think of you, they're thinking about the distance that is between you guys, physically or maybe perhaps emotionally. Alright, so now for how you view this person. You feel like, yeah, I really feel like you just think this didn't go how you wanted it to, and you could feel like this person, the tables just didn't turn how you wanted them to. It didn't it's not going in the direction you want it to, and you feel like it's because of this person. You feel like you've done your part in what you should do to get this connection or this, to get whatever going, this relationship in the right direction, but like it just didn't go that way, and you're like, well, something you see, like, or you saw some other side of them where you're kind of like confused, and you want things to change, but they haven't changed, perhaps. So now for the future energies, potential future energies of this connection, of this relationship, of this situation. Okay, so it could be in the future. You guys could part ways in the future. You could both have some kind of, it could be because if this is you, if you're in this situation where you guys aren't talking, it could be because there was whatever truth was supposed to be revealed, whatever truth someone did understand that came to light, you guys didn't have. It could be in the future. I would watch out and try your best to have some like honest communication with this person if you do want to work things out with them, because it could be in the future that neither of you guys know what's going on. It's not, or you don't tell them that you want things to go in a different direction. You don't tell them that you want this changed, and then it's just like, so what could you expect them to do, and you're just done with it, and they're just confused and walk away too. That's just one situation. So yeah, I would be careful to, if you do want to work this out with this person, I would be sure to just have some honest, open communication with them. And it could be that in the future there will be something else that is hidden from you. It's a little bit of a weird reading. The best thing, I don't know if you want some advice on this, but for me personally, but like I would say, just the best thing you could do is just be honest with this person, or hope that they'll have honesty to you, or if they're not being truthful to you, take that into consideration. If you're not sure about what's going on, ask yourself if that's really what you want. Okay, so I'm gonna get a romance angel card, and let's see what you have from here. Okay, so you got the card Playfulness. To recapture your romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So if things have been dark like this, things have been dark-sided, you have some fear, they have some fear, what this card is suggesting is that to kind of, I think, be open, but also don't make things, I mean, if you guys are serious about each other, you don't have to always be serious, like, with each other. You don't have to always be like, what's going on today, You could still be just like, maybe things are kind of confusing right now, but you could still be like happy or open with this person like that. So still be playful if you need to be playful. Maybe there's like, you guys lost a sense of fun with each other, so you just need to kind of get back into the energy of like, oh, we're happy to be with each other or to talk or whatever, if you guys are talking. Okay, so I'm also going to pull a Moonology card. Okay, I have a lot of extra cards here that the other signs didn't get, but I guess you guys are just lucky. The last 5 are lucky. So, Moonology card for you. Show the world the real you. So maybe this didn't go in the direction that you wanted to because you were putting up some kind of facade. Or this person, the world didn't show you who they are. Or maybe there's something you need to, there's a side of you that you need to acknowledge, and it somehow affects this connection. So yes, don't put up a facade is the suggestion of this card. And should I read the book from it? I'm not going to. I'm going to read the book for Angels of Atlantis, though. Thank you. Okay, I'm also going to pull a fairy card for you. So this is extra things. I love fairies. Okay, so fairy card. So I don't know if I should consider these with reverse, but just know that this card was reversed when I took it out. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with the challenge. So that could be maybe you aren't using your good discretion in a situation like I said, or you need to, or you're going to start doing that. So the advice is to listen to your inner wisdom and don't make rash decisions about this situation that you might regret later. That's just, everyone obviously would assume that that's the right thing to do, but sometimes you don't realize like what you're doing and that it might not be the best. So just take some time to reconsider maybe your actions in the future, or take some time to reconsider how you actually feel about the situation and how things are going in the situation. Okay, so lastly, I'm going to pull an Angels of Atlantis card, and this could just be general advice to you that you need to hear, or this could be advice about this situation that could help you in this situation. So you got the card. Your angel is Raphael, Angel Raphael, and your card is Cleansing. So I'm going to read this from the book actually. And this cleansing could be just, if you haven't been focusing on, what I'm getting from this is if you haven't been focusing on yourself, or if you haven't been focusing on, there's always some progress to have. Anyone, even someone who might seem like the most perfect person, could still have progress that they could work on with themselves or within this relationship. So it's good to pay attention to that and pay attention to the parts that you might want to change within yourself or within this relationship. Okay, or within this situation. Okay. Cleansing. Water and fire are the forces brought by the oracle to draw you into the harmony that Raphael wishes for you. Perhaps you have recently experienced situations that evolved beyond their creative potential and now need purifying. If so, use these strong elemental forces to cleanse them by drenching the substance in water or by burning the idea in fire. So if you're someone who's into rituals, maybe you want to write down some intentions or some feelings that so you can either write down some intentions that you want towards the situation or towards your future and burn that, or you can write down some things like that you want to get rid of, some feelings you want to get rid of, some things that you don't want, which with the card cleansing, that's probably the direction that you want to go in. Write down some things you want to get rid of and burn that and work towards removing it from your life as well. Both measures literally release the energy to the elements, thus transforming them from negative into positive. We need these initiatory forces when we move from one important condition to another, as we see in the ceremonials that use fire and water joining together in faith. Chant He to provide mental clarity. So I did see something here that makes sense with this card, is that you could be kind of in a bad mental space right now, or this person could be about the situation, it could just be in general. But something that I would suggest, I'm giving a lot of advice to Scorpios today, is just practice mindfulness. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up, and just pay attention to your thoughts mostly. Alright, so thank you, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope you enjoy your day or night.